And good evening, guys, and what is going on? This is the Club with the Man 1993, back up here again to review this week's episode of NXT UK that I forgot to share on Twitter. Let me just type that in very fast here. Type in the link. All right, we're good there. Once again, Twitter, that's the old way. Anyways, but we are here live, of course, again to talk about this week's episode of NXT UK, and then right after this, and get set the event, but we'll do NXT. I've watched both shows now. I was going to hopefully review NXT UK before NXT tonight, but unfortunately, I got a little tired and I dozed off during the main event, so I had to watch it again because I wanted to actually see the match between British Strong Style and Imperium. But this is the final, I believe, show that took place at the Braehead Arena in Glasgow, Scotland. I believe next week it starts, some different material in a different place. So we'll see what comes next week. Overall, that was a good episode. Just an episode, introducing a few new people, giving, Isla Dragunov, Isla Dragunov, whatever the heck. I still can't pronounce his first name. I still can't pronounce it. I thought I had it down tonight, then I dozed off and fell asleep, and I completely forgot. But yeah, we had him in action. We had that excellent main event, I thought, with Imperium and British Strong Style. And someone else appeared on NXT UK tonight. Someone we haven't seen for a long time. Well, we kind of did right before WrestleMania, but we haven't seen for a long time. But someone else has made a transition to NXT UK. So we'll see how it goes for him as well. So overall, gotta say, it's a good show. Had good wrestling, some good storylines, a nice video package also to help me learn a little bit more about someone who I've been like, okay, cool, whatever, whatnot. I haven't been like, the biggest fan. So okay, I can finally, get behind them a little bit here, maybe. Because that's why I appreciate all these little video packages telling some backstory about some other wrestler. But let's get right into it and talk about this week's show. We open up with a women's tag team match. It was Xia Brookside and Isla Dawn taking on the team of Jinny and Jazzy Gabbert. First off, I hope to God they do not make Jazzy Gabbert into another Nia Jax. Because, she's a big woman. I mean, like tall and muscular looking. But hopefully, when she's the main roster, they'll make her into the next Nia Jax. But she's teaming up with Jinny, who last week made it pretty clear that, if you see someone intimidating the crowd that was about to join, why not just, befriend them or just, fight them? She says befriend them, basically. So, first off, I also got to say, too, Jinny, getting up that scale for me, honey. You pretty much are. But, anyways, the match took place. Xia and, Isla, did the best they could against Jinny. But once Jazzy Gabbert got in there, it was over. Just showing her size and whatnot, how powerful a woman she is. But the interesting part, of course, was when Jazzy Gabbert hit her finishing maneuver, which looked like a it's called a dominator, as it says here in the notes online that I read. She has said that it's kind of like some type of power slam and whatnot. But after that, instead of Jazzy Gabbert getting the pin, Jinny says, "Hey, tag me in," and she takes the pin instead. So obviously, it's kind of like, "Hey, I'm the boss here, whatnot. You're going to do as I say," basically. You really think someone as big as Jazzy Gabbert's going to put up with that for a good amount of time? I don't know. So obviously it's like, Jinny now, obviously, who, had a great run, being built up to challenging Toni Storm for the NXT UK women's title. But it seems like that, maybe now she's taking another route. Obviously, since it didn't work well, she's trying a different route. But just gotta say, you really think a big woman like Jazzy Gabbert is gonna really, settle for, someone who's just using her just to get back up to the top and get what she wants? I don't know. But tell you something, Jinny, getting up there on my totem pole, I gotta say, honey, look pretty good tonight. And wrestling, but in general as well. She is the fashionista after all. But anyways, getting a little carried away here. But Jinny and Jazzy win this match to open up the show. We have this very interesting video package on Ligero. Talk about his childhood. He told him a story about how he was born with one eye closed and only had surgery to correct the issue when he was 8. He discussed how he was ridiculed at school for his look. And he chose to wrestle under a mask as it gave him more confidence and it made him more memorable and made him stand out more than anyone else to the fans. So even though he has like a luchador wrestling style, of course he's more so British and whatnot. Obviously the mask is more so for that because he used to hide underneath the mask and whatnot. It gives him courage and whatnot. So a interesting package there. So I mean, for a while, Lugaro's not a bad wrestler, but to me, it was like that guy was kind of like just eating pins. I didn't really see much for him yet. So I guess it's kind of like the things that kind of like get people behind him a little bit. So I kind of feel for that. Feel for him. Having close with one eye. Well, I never had that happen to me. I never had eye problems. Knock on wood. Yet, I don't want to curse myself. But just a little interesting story. There's a little tidbit just to get me behind a little Ligero. So I'm like, all right, let's see what else he has to offer here with this little interview. We also had an interview with Kenny Williams, ask about Noam Dar, who recently had a tag team match, a tag title match with Dar and Williams taking on not Amir Jordan. I think Amir Jordan is injured right now, so that's why a few weeks ago they had Noam Dar replace him, but taking on the NXT UK Tag Team Champions, the Grizzled Young Veterans. And of course, Dar was briefly came back as a babyface, but tricking everybody just to be able to pull that heel maneuver on Mark Andrews recently. But Kenny says that he always knew that Dar was a cheater, but it didn't concern him. He said he faces Cassius Ohno next week and he only needs his luck. So I guess maybe we're going to have a mini feud with Kenny Williams and Noam Dar coming up. We'll see how it goes. I mean, I was starting to get behind him and Williams and Jordan as a tag team as they got built up to face the Grizzled Young Veterans. So we'll see now. And I remember I actually thought that Kenny Williams was pretty good when I first saw when I first I lost train of thought again. When I first saw him on episode 205 live, again when you're in the UK, I thought I started becoming a little bit of a fan of his then. But so we'll see what way he's got as a single star when he faces Noam Dar probably, or of course next week Cassius Ohno. We have Isla Dragunov or Elijah Dragunov again. I will pronounce that first name right someday. He took on Joseph Connors. Basically, Connors called him out the other week, about how dangerous he really is. Once again, the similar Cassius Ohno storyline of the shiny new toys stuff, and which is why I'm just not really a big fan of Joseph Connors. But Dragunov did beat him. So I don't know. Like, is Dragunov going to be the one to dethrone Walter? I don't know. I mean, of course, Travis Banks won the opportunity last week to do so, but I don't think it's going to be Travis Banks. But could be Dragunov. Who knows? But not a bad match to put over on Dragunov as he gets the victory as we hit the Torpedo Moscow. Toni Storm was being interviewed, she was asked about Kaylee Ray. She said everyone was looking for the shiny, but it was staying home sweet home, basically. So I guess they're starting to tease maybe Kaylee Ray is going to be the next challenger. We'll see, because apparently next week we're going to be getting a women's battle royale to determine the number one contender for Storm's title, which may go to Kaylee Ray. We'll see. We get a video also featuring Travis Banks. He talked about being very relaxed out of the ring and a stark contrast of his intense in-ring persona. He's very goal-oriented and wanted to be the first Kiwi wrestler in Royal Albert Hall in about 50 years, but lost in the UK Number One Contenders tournament to Zach Gibson. His shoulder injury got him focused and set things into perspective. It was frustrating not being able to wrestle at NXT UK TakeOver Blackpool when Jordan Devlin attacked him from behind. But winning the Fatal 4-Way was what he was working towards, and now he has a shot at Walter. It would take more than a chop or a power bomb to beat him. It would be great to win the UK Championship, and it would be even cooler to win it from Walter, of course, because Walter's now the guy to beat now in the UK division. We also see the Hunt bursting out of the locker room, just making random noises, screaming that next week the Hunt would be on for Gallus. So I guess they're going to be facing part of Gallus next week. Okay. That's what we're going to be set up. That's what happened last week, which again, I'm starting to slowly become a little bit of fans of the Hunt. I think the Hunt definitely has something going for them. And we had our main event, which I fell asleep right before it happened. So I dozed off, so I had to rewatch it, which is why I didn't get to review this show before NXT. But a main event, British Strong Styles, Pete Dunne, Tyler Bate, and Trent Seven of Mustache Mountain taking on Imperium, the newly formed Imperium, Walter, Fabian Eichner, and Marcel Barthel, again, who was another one of my favorite tag teams for sure. Which, again, is why I'm actually kind of interested in this stable. But again, my only problem we have is the two problems I have is one, does Walter really need a stable? And two, why is this basically like a repetition of Gallus? That's my only problem. But fun match. Brutal, physical, showing that all six of these guys definitely are reasons why they're meant to be at the top of the totem pole for sure on the UK brand as well. So there was just a physical match, bodies everywhere, but of course the twist of this match came though towards the end, where someone dressed up in black starts walking down to the ring. And the referee was like, whoa, 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 what are you doing here? Get out of here. But while it was happening, I'm trying to remember exactly what happened. Trent Seven accidentally got bumped into the referee, who sent him out of the ring. Then the masked man got into the ring. He took the mask off, and it ended up being former Sanity member Alexander Wolf. He gets in, hits a Liger bomb on Trent Seven, and Walter rolled referee back into the ring. Barthel then, it was Tyler Bate. Barthel covered Tyler Bate for the victory. Afterwards, Imperium lined up, as they usually do, with their hands behind their backs, but Walter kind of left a little space in between himself and Barthel, leaving it for Alexander Wolf, who stepped into the spot and posed the same. So I guess since Sanity's no more, Alexander Wolf now has a position, and he's part of Imperium. Okay, guess gives the guy something to do. Too bad he literally, just had him did nothing with Sanity on the main roster, when Alexander Wolf, even though probably the weakest member of Sanity, showed some potential, especially in the match at TakeOver Brooklyn 3 when they won the tag titles. There was definitely potential for Alexander Wolf and Sanity, but the main roster just never gave them a chance. I still to this day do not know why. Especially Killian Dane. For crying out loud, Killian freaking Dane. That's a man that Vince should be pushing. That's a man Vince should be, just glazing eyes over, just wanting to see this man be a world champion or something like that. But now Eric Young is a buffoon running after the 24/7 title. Killian Dane's been not seen on TV in months. And now Alexander Wolf's part of Imperium. See where it goes for sure. But great main event, and we'll see again what's time with Alexander Wolf. And that is NXT UK, guys. I'll give it a B. I thought it was great wrestling, some good storytelling there. We'll see what happens. Of course, the next set of tapings that debut next week, can't remember where they're going to be from, but that happens next week. So what are your thoughts on NXT UK, guys? Your thoughts down in the comment section below. And there's always a slap a like on my videos, subscribe or comment on my channel, and follow me on Twitter at DemandAirboy93. And also make sure to check out my first ever wrestling experience documentary, and I'll be back here live in a few more minutes for my NXT live review. So until then, guys, I'll see you all then. Peace out, everybody.